back on track. What is your ideal career? Again, find out the real ideal career, not just whatever they're looking for at the moment. Okay? Is there anything stopping you from getting this ideal career of yours? Okay? If you want to be, an electrical engineer, what's stopping you right now? Maybe you have the education. Maybe just you can't find a job. Okay? Let us help you find a job. Let us help you make a better resume. Let us help you going to your next interview ace it. Make sure that you can answer tough questions. Okay? Make sure that you conduct yourself correctly. Body language is important. The way you answer is important. Okay? You can answer the same question the same exact way, but kind of present yourself differently, and it will be the difference between getting the job and not getting the job. Confidence is important. When interviewing managers, they look at body language. They look at all kinds of things when they're interviewing somebody. They ask questions that may make you uncomfortable nowadays, just to gauge your response. Okay, there's books about interviewing that these managers read. Okay, and when they read all those books, what do you think they're gonna do? They spent a good couple hours or maybe a day or two reading a book, or kind of learning these tricks. Do you think they're not gonna use them? They're gonna try to use them. Okay, is it a really good gauge of a person? Not always. I can tell you this from experience. You can have somebody that will ace these interview tricks and interview questions, and they may not be the ideal person for the job. The ideal person for the job may just be shy in an interview. Okay, maybe a little nervous because he's been turned down before. But he comes on board, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna do the job phenomenally. He's gonna be there, show up every day. He's gonna take a vested interest in the job. Sometimes when you answer questions very confidently, you do that because you don't care. Okay, but sometimes when you care a lot, you get a little nervous and shaky. Okay, so you're going to disqualify the person that really cares about the job and hire the one who kind of doesn't. There's a lot of different things that are good and smart about some of these interview tactics that they're using nowadays. A lot of things that are not always that smart. Okay, you lose some of the humanity in it, which in my opinion is not the right way to do it. Okay. The next question is important. Do you have daily access to a computer with internet connection, and can you get to one right now, can you get to one right now? If they're going to be doing an internet advertiser job with us or a customer service job, they need to have a computer. Okay, it is just a must. They need to have a computer with an internet connection. And you cannot really do too much with that person right now if they are not in front of their computer or some kind of smart device like a tablet. You don't really want to do this whole process with somebody on a phone. I understand some smartphones can surf the web and talk at the same time, and they can check their emails and do all this stuff. But this call would slow you down. You're better off, I promise you, you're better off just scheduling a call back when they will be in front of a computer. Okay, you can do that. If you watched my videos on how to use the dialer, you know what I just thought of? I did not show you guys how to schedule callbacks. I will make a separate video. I'm not even going to go into this right now because I'll make it and you won't even know I never did. So, anyways, connections. Can you get to a computer right now? If they can't get to a computer right now, schedule a callback. You'll see how to do it in the training videos. Okay, a few more questions. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an expert, 1 being very poor, what would you rate yourself in the following categories? Just let them know that, listen, if you rate yourself poorly in one or more categories, it won't disqualify you from the position. What I'm really trying to do is assess where your strong points are and where you're weak at, or you're not so good at, so I can help you in those points. If you tell me your internet navigation skills is not good, that's where we're going to have to focus on, okay? If you tell me your time management skills is not good, that's kind of where we're going to have to focus our attention. The things you're great at, we're going to let you be great at them. But the things you're kind of weak at, we want to raise those up. Okay? If you're going to work from home for us, you need to be a self-starter. Okay? You need to be willing to learn. You absolutely have to. Okay? You cannot get into a customer service job or an advertising job without the willingness to learn. Okay? If you can't be taught, then you can't work. You cannot have the job. A self-starter, what it means to be a self-starter is you have to be able to wake up in the morning and not have a manager or somebody telling you, "Hey, get your butt to work." Okay, you wake up in the morning, you go take a shower, you go eat your breakfast, you go into an office or a quiet area or wherever you work from out of the house, you close that door and you work. Okay, my family knows when I'm working from home, Daddy's not home. Okay, I may be home, but I'm not home. Okay, so don't knock on the door and try to come in here and bother me. I'm working. Okay, if you need to get a hold of me, text me, Skype me. You know, it sounds goofy, call me, but having these guidelines in place and making sure everyone in my family knows it, friends know it, allows me to continue working from home because most of the time I am in the office, but when I am working from home, it is important that I'm working. I'm the type of person that I'll myself get easily distracted, and I'll start veering off left and right and do this and do this. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, maybe catch the game. Oh, maybe do this, maybe do that, maybe go to the fridge. What have there's a million and one distractions, and unless you're a self starter, unless you can manage your time, okay, you're not going to be able to do this job. Okay, these two are very important for the job that we offer. Okay, if they want to go work for somewhere in their local area, we'll help them do that. It's not as important. I mean, it's important. In my opinion, these are the two most important things you could have. Okay, the being a self starter, meaning it's time to get up and do something. Okay, it's not being a couch potato. And time management, you have to manage your time correctly. You could blow your entire day on doing absolutely nothing, or you could take that day, structure it correctly, say I'm going to devote this hour to this, these 2 hours to that, and the next 4 hours to something else, and accomplish those goals. You can get a whole lot done. Okay, so again, I veer off, and I apologize. I can really get long-winded about this every single time. I do apologize. You're lucky you're not sitting in front of me and me training you, because we'd spend the whole day, not just a short interview or a short a short kind of walkthrough. Okay, so ask them the questions. Tell me 10 to 1, okay, or on a scale of 1 to 10, internet navigation. A 10, great computer use. A 10, great time management. A 10, great self starter. What's a self starter? Can you get yourself out of bed and go to work? Yes, okay, 10. Willingness to learn, perfect. Okay, great. Let me first start off by telling you a little bit about National Jobs Online. We are an online resource to help you find jobs, get free career training for a long-lasting, or free training for a long-lasting career. We were one of the internet's largest employers. Okay, we employ thousands of people nationwide. Okay, so we really are helping people left and right. Okay, we can help you find local jobs in your area, or if you're a good candidate for one of our advertising positions, we will hire you ourselves. This was written before we had our customer service position, so you can tell them if you're a good candidate for one of our advertising positions or customer service positions, we'll hire you ourselves. Guys, just so you know, the advertising position, we really will accept anyone. As long as they're willing to devote at least an hour to do advertising with us, we will accept them. Okay, but if they can't devote an hour to doing advertising, then this is probably not the job for them, because what they're gonna do is they're never gonna accomplish anything. They're never gonna do anything, and then they're gonna get upset at us and thinking we're just not, you know, we're not living up to our promises. But in reality, the money that we're promising, the money we're telling them they can make, doesn't grow on trees. It's not free money. Okay, this is a normal job. You will have to pay your taxes. The only difference is you just work from home. Okay, so you have to work. It's not like, oh, I got the job and now they're gonna pay me. It's not like an hourly position. Where let's say you're an office admin or something. You can go to work, scroll Facebook all day, and get paid. No, you have to do the job. Okay, you're performance based. You're not hourly, you're performance based. And the reason we do performance based is because I honestly don't believe that you need to work your butt off to get promoted and make a ton of money and wait and wait and wait. Okay, when you're a performance based employee, your performance dictates your paycheck. If you work hard, you're going to make a lot. Okay, if you don't work hard, you're not going to make a lot. It's that simple. I used to have hourly jobs way back in the day. Okay, and I used to hate, absolutely hate, that me and the guy next to me are getting paid the same exact amount, but I'm working 10 times harder than that person because I want to succeed. Okay, our paychecks are the same. I was never truly happy until I found commission. I found commission jobs, and then I was ecstatic. I never looked back. I never want to take another hourly job where my performance doesn't dictate my pay up until some manager somewhere decides that I'm worth promoting, or maybe a position opens up. I could be waiting and waiting and waiting and excelling in my job for years until a position opens up for me to go to that higher level and get that higher paycheck. Okay? On a performance based position, if I choose to perform exceptionally today, I will make exceptional income today. Okay, so um, man, I keep digressing. I'm sorry. We will help you find training for your career you want. Be prepared for your next interview and even hire you ourselves to help you earn some extra money while you're looking for that perfect job. Okay? Jobs are great for people who are looking to, my ideal goal is not being an advertiser, but I want to go ahead and find an office admin position with room to grow with a big company. Okay, let us help you make some money while you're looking, because this job search can take you a month or two. Okay, so they'll be able to earn money with us while they're looking for work. They can do it on a part-time basis, which is great. And the nice thing is, if they have a job that pays them, let's say they make $3,000 a month, decent money. Okay, nothing huge, but decent money. Um, but they want to raise, they want to be able to take their family on vacation this year, do something. You know, they can't really go to their employer and say, "Hey, I need an extra $1,000 a month." Okay, I only want to work an extra hour a day. I'm not willing to work more than an extra hour. The employer will laugh at them. Okay, with us, wake up an extra hour in the morning early, post some ads, start generating an extra $1,000 a month. Okay, you post an ad in the morning, the whole day that ad is up online, generating traffic. You make $50 a day, let's say. All right, $50 a day times what? 30 days. That's $1,500. That's decent money. $1,500. Do it for 3 months. Take your family on a nice $4,500 vacation. And what? That you spent an extra hour a day? It's not asking for a lot, and it definitely will help. And $50 is not the most you can make. So you can make a whole heck of a lot more. If you're a great advertiser, if you learn this advertising business, guys, there is money in there. There is some serious money in advertising. I met advertisers that do 10,000 a day, and that's not even an exaggeration. Okay, you can do it. Only thing that sets you apart from them is knowledge. If you had the knowledge, you'd be doing it, right? If you knew how to manipulate the stock market so you can make yourself millions of dollars, you'd never work a day in your life. You'd be always on there playing with the stock market. It's knowledge, guys. All right. Perfect job. All right. We will help you make money while you're looking for a perfect job. Advertising position. This will explain the advertising position in a nutshell. As an advertiser with us, you would be required to do lead generation for our many advertisers. You will learn how to market on Craigslist, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google, and many more online sources. We will give you all the tools, resources, and training you need to help ensure your success. If you are a self-motivated person and you're willing to learn, this will be a very successful position for you. Okay? You can tell them about this if they're interested in an advertising position. If you when you get to this point, you should know already that this person is either interested in working for us, either as a customer service rep or an advertiser, or they just want to use our services to help them find a better job. If it's find a better job, honestly, you don't really need to waste your time reading this, okay, how it works, how much money they can make, and so on. Jeez, I'm already almost an hour. All right. So if they're interested in one of our positions, go ahead and read this. Okay, I will be adding customer service breakdown, but you being a customer service agent, you should be able to describe this position pretty well yourself. But I'm going to add that to the script a little later. This script that we have right now on the screen does not have it. I'm sure by the time you guys are looking at it, it will. Okay, so how it works. Okay, this will describe the advertising position, how it works. You will have two ways of advertising with us. You can advertise a phone number with your own extension, so we can track every incoming call that comes in from your ads. Okay, or you can advertise a web link. These links will be coded with your personal agent number slash or agent number extension number. Okay, and also track your referrals. Okay, you'll be able to go into your back office and track your business. You can track your business through your personal back office, where you can see how many leads you are bringing in, both by phone number, and web link. Now, don't worry if this sounds a little complex. It really is not, and you will learn how to do this when you go through our training program. Guys, do me a favor. When you're talking to people about this job, don't try to over-explain it. Okay? You want to keep it as simple as possible. Just keep in mind, okay, you guys are starting off right now. This seems overwhelming. I'm sure it does a little bit. There's a lot. Trust me, we're just covering the intro. It will seem overwhelming. I promise you. Okay, to the person on the phone who doesn't know us from a hole in the wall, calling in, okay, taking a chance. I saw them online. Maybe they'll help me get a job. I need work. I need money. Okay, it will be overwhelming, so don't overwhelm them any further. Okay, just give them some basic information. Look, this is a job. If they require more information, they will fish it out of you. I promise. They will ask you questions to try to figure it out. But try to get into the habit of not over explaining things like this, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to confuse them. At this point in time, you don't need them to be confused. At this point in time, you just need them to get signed up. Okay, once they get into the training aspect of this program, okay, when they have a live person, a live trainer doing a webinar, when they watch the videos, okay, a lot of things are going to become clear. Do you really want to spend 3 hours, 4 hours on the phone, kind of just trying to educate this person, or realistically, 30 minute to 45-minute conversation? Let me explain to you how this works. Let me get you through A to Z really quick, and let me get you into training where you will dive in depth um, into all these things and really learn how to start making money. I can tell you right now, you will make money. I can tell you right now, it will not be super hard, okay? And anybody can do it. And just move them along, okay? So if they ask how much money can I make with you, you know, well, as a CSR rep, guys, you can make hundreds of dollars a day. Okay, as a advertiser, you can technically make hundreds of dollars a day too. But don't tell them hundreds of dollars a day because it's starting off. They're not going to make anywhere near that. Okay, just kind of read this to them. Okay, so well, it all depends on how much time you put in, and how effective your ads are. Most people who work about an hour a day at first can expect to make about $20 to $40. Okay, each and every day that they work about an hour. Once they get better, it's not uncommon to make $100 or more per day while still only working an hour. The thing about this business is that it is not really about the time you put in. It's how effective your ads are. Just like all things, it takes time and effort to learn and get good at. But don't worry, we will train you so you will so all we will train you so all you have to do is be willing to learn. Okay? At this point, give them the explanation, okay, and immediately segue into let me send you an email. Okay? Send them both emails, send them the National Jobs Online Hire email, and send them the Fast Start bonus email. The bonus email is really a great way for them to make instant money. When they try out some of those offers on there, they earn points, and those points are immediately added to their Has Offers account. So when they start working, they already have a boost of a $15 or $20 or $30, however many offers they tried out. And these are things that are like beneficial to them anyways. You know, if they can save a couple $100 in their auto insurance, what do? They made $1.50 and saved some money. You know, they're not under obligation to buy auto insurance. If let's say they say you can save you $150, you know, I still don't want to go with you. Thanks, bye. That's it. You know, things like that. It's they're not signing their life away. They're just looking into getting information. Okay, so send them the both emails. The you can do it from the CRM. Okay, make sure you confirm their email address that's in the CRM system. Don't ever use the email address that's in VisiDial as the confirmation email because there could be, it's most likely not going to ever happen, but there could be a discrepancy between the email you see in VisiDial and the email that's in our CRM system. So always verify the way the CRM because that's the one that sends out. Um, Basically, you can read this. Okay, I'm going to send you an email. I have your email address as soandso@gmail.com, and that's what I read from the CRM. Okay, is that the best one to use? Sometimes they'll tell you no. You know what? I don't really use that one. Send me to this one. At this point, change that email around to something different and send them that email. Okay. This email sometimes goes to your spam folder. So if you don't see it in your inbox, please check spam. Okay, if it isn't there, go ahead and mark those emails as not spam, and look back in your inbox. It's very important that we tell them to take those emails out of spam. For one thing, sometimes they can't click on the links in those emails if they're in a spam folder. Another, we want them, as soon as they mark those emails not spam, any email we send them, their inbox will trust, their email client will trust from that point on. So we can send them emails. So send them the National Jobs Online new hire email, and then send them the Fast Start email after they removed it from spam. It's no longer going to hit their spam folder first. It's going to go directly into their inbox. Okay. Um, the reason the spam filter sometimes picks up our emails, it's actually most of the time, is because there's so many links in there. Anytime you're sending links, um, spam filters automatically filter them out. That's why a lot of times if you have like a link in your some people have links in their signatures, like check me out on Facebook or go to my site in their signature. A lot of times sometimes they don't even realize it, but a lot of times their email will go to spam, simply because they have links in there. It is meant as they, these email clients do it for the right reasons. You don't honestly, I wouldn't want to be getting every single email that's being sent out there and on the web by some schmuck who got my email address. All these dating sites and all this other garbage and craziness. I'm really happy there's a spam folder, but sometimes emails, even though you requested this email from us, it still might go into your spam folder. So check there. Okay. At that time, once they got the email, okay, let's get started. Just move them. You click right here on Start with EDU. Click here, and you go into free grant funded career training. Man, I'm gonna apologize right now, guys. Like I said, I get long winded. I'm gonna stop this here, okay? And we're just gonna go on from the next video. I might even break this video down into two videos just because it's so long. All right, guys. See you next video.